Hi everyone, welcome to another Kanikapila live jam. In today's live lesson, we're going to be taking a look at two really cool indie songs. First of all, we've got Weezer's Jamie, and then we've got Legal Man by Belle and Sebastian. So a kind of unusual legal theme tonight. I'll tell you about how I came up with that in a minute, if anyone's interested. Let's see how everyone's doing. I'm a little bit under the weather at the moment, but I'm all right, so don't worry. Just a bit of a cold and stuff, but it's been a lovely few days. We had lots of sunshine in the gardens. Daffodils are out proudly, and a nice chilled weekend, so it's all good. Hi guys, brilliant. Feels like spring today in Canada. What? That's good to hear. Chilly in New York City. Oh, goodness. Hope it warms up for you. Hi, Derek from North Yorkshire. Hi, Drani. Hope you're all doing well. Fantastic. So don't forget, you can still get your free worksheets. They're available in the link on the description. You can also get them. There's a link in one of the top comments as well, which you'll be able to find. Raining on Oahu. Oh gosh, I saw that. Yeah. Have you had any flooding yourself, Tim, or is it okay where you are? If anyone doesn't know, on Hawaii, on Oahu especially on the North Shore, they've had some really bad flooding. And if anyone's interested in helping out, do a lot of you know Calais? Calais Gaimau, he works for the ukulele site and he's a brilliant ukulele artist. Well, his dad's kind of property just got completely wrecked. The flooding came through and everything's like covered in mud up to here. It's just awful. And there's a fundraising kind of thing happening at the moment. I think Sarah and Craig are dealing with a lot of that and kind of sharing it. So if you're on Facebook or social media, see if you can find it. I'll see if I can find the link later on because they really need our support. They've not had much luck, have they, over in Hawaii recently? With obviously there was the fires on the Big Island, wasn't it? And that now the floods as well. It's it's been a rough time. I think Maui got hit as well, didn't it, Tim? I think if I'm right, but hopefully it's the worst of it is over. But there's going to be a big rebuilding job for sure. Let me know. Let me tell you about a couple of things happening here as well. Oh, they've got auctions on the ukulele site as well. What a great way to raise money. That's fantastic. So there you go. That's a perfect way to support them because you can buy yourself a new ukulele and you can support some brilliant people whilst you're at it. So I'm going to check those out myself later, Tim. Thanks for letting me know. That's great. That's the ukulelesite.com, a really great place to get ukes from anyway, on the North Shore in Haleiwa, isn't it, I think? Okay, so let's just take a look at what we've got coming up. Yeah, Pam, I think I've got the lurgy as well. I'm not quite feeling myself. You should be all right by then, Charlene, but fingers crossed it's all okay. But yeah, what a nightmare. Just to let you know, we've got another Kanikapila next week. We're going to do another couple of classics, this time with a sunny theme. We're going to do another sunny day, another Belle and Sebastian track. I didn't purposefully try two in a row. It just came to me when I was choosing a theme. And the Beatles classic, Here Comes the Sun. So we're going to look at those next week. Should be fun, celebrating a little bit of sunshine. Hopefully we can send that back Hawaii's way, right? And then this Wednesday, if anyone's around, I've got my next live workshop, which I'm really excited about. Going to teach you how to play Campanella ukulele. It's a specific way of playing across all four strings so that each note rings into the next one like a little bell, hence the name Campanella, which comes from little bells. So that's going to be loads of fun. That's this Wednesday at 3:30. Remember, if you can't make it, all the details will be on the website as well. And you can get all of them archived there. Hi, Karen. Hope you're keeping well. The other couple of things to tell you about, ever so quickly, I promise, and then we'll crack on. All of these Kanikapilas on a Tuesday, I've been chopping up the best bits, almost like highlights, and taking the performance and then the lesson and turning them into these little Kanikapila postcards. If you're a member of the site, if you click in your members area or just click on the menu and then drop down, you can access all of them, and there's going to be a massive archive of them. So do check them out there. I've also been adding song sheets to the tabs and resources page. So just a heads up, if you're a member, there's literally hundreds of arrangements up there, and I'm adding more all the time. So do check them out as well. Okay. Right, let's crack on with our first song then, shall we? This one is a kind of personal favourite. So I bought Weezer's Blue album way back when in the 90s, which has some amazing songs on it. It's absolutely brilliant. But my friend Rob made me a mini disc of some of the B-sides that they had out, and this song was one of the B-sides. I think it came out in 1994 on the Buddy Holly single. I don't know if anyone else had that, but it was a really great single. Ooh, I look just like Buddy Holly. Oh, and you're Mary Tyler Moore. Anyway, this was the B-side to it, and I just fell in love with it. And it's a really simple song, but it's going to allow us to practice some really fast strumming. Hi, Laura. Hi, Steve. Which should be really great. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the basic chords. We'll go over those one by one. We'll look at the structure, and then we'll look at how to get this really fast strumming going. And it will be really useful because all of these tips you can use for all sorts of songs in the future, which should be really good as well. What else was I going to tell you about this one? I've completely forgot. Oh yeah, so this one was written about their lawyer Jamie Young, and it has some great lyrics in it. It was their music industry lawyer. I love the bit about you've got the Beach Boys and your firm's got the Stones, but I know you won't leave me alone. It's just great, right? it's just fun. And similarly, the Belle and Sebastian one we're going to do afterwards. This was written from the point of view as someone speaking in legalese, trying to get a date or whatever. But this one uses legal speak from the record contract, which I think is really funny as well. So you've got that notwithstanding provisions of clauses 1, 2, 3 and 4, extend contractual period, me and you forevermore. It's cheesy as heck, but it's just absolutely loads of fun. So yeah, we'll dig into these. Hiya! Hope you're doing well. Trisha, yeah, you got it. We're going to get you. It's going to be like exercise as well as playing ukulele tonight, which should be really good. Okay, so let's have a look at the chord structure. Now, this one's relatively straightforward. We've got the 1 chord followed by the 5 chord, sorry. 1 chord followed by the 5 chord over and over for the intro. And the 1 chord makes us feel like home, remember in the key of C, that just means C, it's where we start from. And then the 5 chord creates some tension, C, D, E, F, G. So G is the 5 chord in the key of C, and that kind of takes you back to the 1 chord. So the intro is really simply just a play off between, I just need to move my camera, between the 1 chord, C, and a G chord, which is the 5 chord. And this is a playoff that happens in, it goes right back to classical music. Even something like the Four Seasons Spring from the Four Seasons by Mozart uses this 1-5 trick, tension and resolution. So we've got C, G, C, G, C, G, just over and over like this. Now remember, I always like to talk about economy of movement. That's how you can change between chords really crisp and easily. And for this one, what I like to do is I like to keep this 2nd finger down as I change to the C chord. Notice that allows me to change between the two really simply. And if I just do simple down strums. Isn't that lovely? Really simple, but really effective. There we go. Fantastic. Oh, I think I might have said Mozart's Four Seasons. Indrani, you're quite right. It was Vivaldi and being daft. Yeah. Do 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 do. Anyway, it's all good. It's all good. So let's have a look at the pre-chorus. Hi, Jan. Hope you're doing well over there in Wiltshire, not far away in the West Country. Love it, love it. So the pre-chorus is using one of the most famous chord combinations of all time, the C, G, A minor, F, 1, 5, 6, 4. So we already know about the 1 and the 5 because we've got that from the intro. So we've got 1 and 5 at the start. And then we've got the 6 to the 4. The reason that works is the A minor is working as the relative minor of C. So every key has a relative minor. If you count up to 6, you find it C, D, E, F, G, A. So A minor is the relative minor of C. And our ears love it because it's so close to a C chord. A C has a C, E, and a G. And an A minor has an A, an E, an A, a C, and an E. So it has an A rather than a G. It's the only difference between the two. So our ears think we're getting a 1 chord, but we get the melancholy of having that minor chord, which is really lovely. And then we have that lovely trick. Because we're going to this F chord, which is only 1 note away, we get what is often referred to as a major lift. 1 note just makes all the difference. So you get this C, G, A minor, and F. And I was doing a song about this last week. I forget what it was now, but there's tons of songs. I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. And you might, we were talking about this in the lesson last week. If you've ever seen the Axis of Awesome, they're a kind of a fun comedy music group. And they do a brilliant video on how basically every song in the world from the last 20 years uses this chord progression. But the reason people use it is because it works. It sounds fantastic. The other thing that I want you to notice, which just makes it really helpful when memorising, isn't it, Tim? I love that C to G trick. It's a really cool thing. I'll show you the classic G to E minor in a minute, which you guys probably remember from before, but it's quite good. So another thing for memory, just notice that we've got 2 patterns here. We've got C, G, A minor, F twice. So that's nice and easy to remember. Let's practice that with some down strums. C, G, A minor. Use your second finger for that one, allowing you to go to the F. C, G, A minor, and F. Now here's something cool. We've got one more measure of C and G. And then we've got that pattern again. C, G, A minor, and F. Fantastic. So you can see we've got some really simple patterns going on here, which is really, really nice. So that's the pre-chorus. Now the chorus is interesting because it has a real kind of sense of tension and melancholy for an upbeat kind of guitar song. Have a listen. I'll play a little bit of it. Jamie, I'm so glad you're mine. We'll be together a long time. There's a real kind of element of melancholy, isn't there, or sadness to that chorus, which I find really fascinating. But if we look at the chords, we're mostly still using the same thing. We've still got that C, we've still got the A minor, we've got the G, and we've got the F. What makes it feel sad, and this is something that I really want you to soak in like a sponge, is the 3 chord. So remember, we talk about these chord personalities all the time. In any key, the 3 chord, in this case E minor, C, D, E minor, it's the saddest sounding chord. So whenever a composer wants that feeling of kind of sadness or melancholy, you'll quite often spot that 3 chord coming in. And if you train yourself, if you really listen to music and think about the chord progressions, you can learn to hear it because it's the saddest chord. It really does stand out, which is really lovely. So the only thing we've got to watch in terms of playing this one is the fact that most of the chords are for a whole measure, 1, 2, 3, 4. But notice the A minor G are only half a measure each. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. So you've just got to watch out for that one measure of the A minor G. It can catch you out if you're not paying attention. Did you notice my other little trick? I know loads of you Kanikapila regulars will probably remember this because I quite often like to show this. But G quite often goes to an E minor chord because it's only 1 note difference. And rather than having to reset all of your fingers like this, which you can do, what you can do is just reach over with your little finger, your pinky, to the 4th fret of the C string. That cancels out this note. But you can keep this finger down because it's been cancelled out. So that means you can quite comfortably just change between the 2 like this. So let's try one of those choruses. 1, 2, 3, 4, C, E minor, A minor to G, and then to F. C, G, here it comes, E minor, and F. Absolutely brilliant, superb. Okay, so nice and simple, isn't it, once you get the hang of that, that E minor coming in, which is really, really lovely. Rebecca's saying the sun's starting to burn off the clouds in northern Colorado. Oh, that happens, doesn't it, sometimes, Rebecca, when all the technology goes wrong at once. I've had a bit of that on my computer this week. It's yeah, bit of a pain. Okay, we've got one more bit to learn, then we'll talk about fast strumming and the strum patterns and everything. All I want you to notice about this bridge is that it's basically that 1, 5, 6, 4, C, G, A minor, F, followed by what happens in the intro, that's C to G. So again, like building bricks, right? Similar parts from other parts of the song. So really easy, this one, because you'll know that pattern now. Just make sure you only play 2 beats of each. C, G, A minor, F, and then C to G twice. C, G, A minor, F, C, G, C, G. Okay, really nice. Now what I'm going to do is going to show you how to strum this one. We're going to try and strum like crazy fast on this one. It'll sound really, really great. And that's what they do in the original, on electric guitar in the original. Or if you listen to the acoustic version, which I really love, it's on one of the B-sides. That also uses a really fast strum, but on acoustic guitar, and it sounds really gorgeous and effective. So let's just have a look at a few tips for strumming fast, and we'll use that to kind of learn the strum pattern as well as we go. So here on our focus on technique page, I've given you lots of tips for strumming at speed, and these will help you in any song. They're really, really powerful. Sorry guys, Christmas cup. Okay, so first off, we want to make the movement as small as possible. That's really, really important, because if we're moving large distances whilst trying to strum fast, it's going to be really difficult and it's going to take a load of energy. It's going to be really tricky to do, right? And this is something you might see a lot of ukulele players, someone like Jake Shimabukuro, who strums particularly fast, Dave Lagrimas, people like them. You'll also see it in guitar players, particularly rhythm guitar players. They'll use these just simple straight 8 down strums. Let me just move this off for a second. So rather than strumming all 4 strings, which would take so much effort to keep doing down strums, what we can do is we can use this hand to drag down across the strings. You don't need long nails like mine, that's just for when I'm doing fingerstyle. And the important thing to notice is that I drag all 3, sometimes 4, fingers over the strings. Okay. Now the cool thing about that is, if you think about it, just the physics of it, if I strum with 1 finger, it has to go all the way down here to touch all the strings, right? That's quite a big movement, isn't it? Whereas if I strum with 4 fingers like this, I only need to go down about this far, because the little finger or the 3rd finger is going to hit that A string. So that's the first thing. If you use more than 1 finger, you can cover more strings at once, which also thickens up the strum. Okay, so let's try that with a chuck. So we're not going to hold down a chord. We'll just put our fingers lightly on the strings this end. And rather than a full strum like this, I want you to do all down strums, but very light here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And we call this straight 8 strumming because we're playing 8th notes. In Old English, that's quavers. And we're playing 8 of them every measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We count them as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Remember Louis Armstrong's advice, the old jazz player, an absolute hero of mine. He always said that playing music is just counting to 4 over and over, which I really like. So even when we're playing 8th notes, we count them as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and keeps us in place. Okay. Trisha was just asking, does the pinky touch the strings? Yeah, it will just about touch, Trisha, but because I haven't got much of a nail on my pinky, it doesn't really have much of an effect. I mostly concentrate on these 3 fingers. But it doesn't really matter too much, as long as you've got more than 1 finger coming down and just brushing against those strings, keeping it nice and light. That will just really help to thicken it up and improve your speed as well. Next up, we're going to stay loose. This is really important, and it's one of those things that it's easy to say but hard to teach, because unless I'm sat in the room with you, it's almost, if I said to you, play relaxed, it almost has the opposite effect, right? But I really want you to keep this wrist as loose as possible. James Hill, when he teaches, I always give credit where it's due. I love this analogy that James Hill uses, and I've nicked it. Okay, James Hill uses a really great analogy of, imagine you've just washed your hands in the loo and you're kind of shaking off the water. If you think about it, when you do that, your wrist is kind of loose, right? Because you're trying to get the water off like this. And that's going to be the same with your strumming. If you have quite a tense wrist like this, going up and down is going to take kind of muscle power, and it's going to be really awkward and it's going to feel uncomfortable. Whereas if you keep that wrist really light, imagine it's like floppy like this. Sorry, this looks a bit dodgy if you're not careful. It really creates a really nice, natural, simple movement, which is really, really nice. Great question, Rebecca. Rebecca's just asking, does the strum come from the arm or from the wrist? The truth is, mostly from the arm. So if you watch when I strum, let's see if I can move this slightly so you can see my strumming arm a bit better. Here we go. Okay. If I really was to slow that down, notice that most of my movement really is coming from the elbow up here. And then right at the end, there's a tiny rotation of the wrist. Can you see that just going down? Okay. So you don't want your wrist totally straight, because that will create a really unnatural, harsh sound. But but you don't want to just use your wrist because that's going to damage your wrist and it's going to be uncomfortable. So it's mostly from the elbow with just a very light rotation of the wrist at the end. Again, just imagine you're trying to shake off a drop off your finger. You get that nice kind of mixture between the two. And notice that my hand's hardly moving. It's not going up and down like this. It's just brushing strings. Sometimes it's only brushing the G, the C and the E strings, and that's okay with this technique. Still will sound really nice. Okay, so there's your straight 8 right there. Loose wrist, use nails, keep the movements really short, and that will help. That will really help terrifically in terms of your playing. Let's have a look at the next tip. There's not too many of these, you'll get them soon. The next one's relatively straightforward, but people often forget about this. Part of the reason we use those straight 8s where we're coming down is because we're allowing gravity to kind of take the pressure away from us, because our hand is, you know, just through physics again, Isaac Newton and all that, whether you believe that or the bending of space-time that Stephen Hawking suggests, that our hand wants to move towards the floor. So rather than pushing it hard, just let gravity take that arm down and just do all soft down strums like this. Now this one we've kind of already covered. Don't feel you've got to hit every string, okay? And this is especially powerful for when I'm strumming up and down. Notice when I strum up and down, if I slow motion that and come in crazy close, look at this. On the up string, if you watch them vibrate, on the up strum, my finger only really touches the A string, sometimes 2 or 3 strings, but it's this one that I hit mostly, so I hit all of them on the way down, and I just hit that A string mostly on the way up. That gives you that nice kind of Hawaiian feel when you're strumming, because you get the kind of harder down strum and then a really light up strum, which creates a kind of differential, which sounds fantastic. But the same with this straight 8s. Don't feel you've got to strum all the way to the A string, even if you just strum the top couple of strings. Let's try it on a C chord. It still sounds really effective. A really common thing to do in the guitar world, you've probably heard that a lot on records and things, that kind of straight 8 strumming, which is really nice. Then we've only got a couple of other things. The first is to practice the motor first. So this goes back to my practice without practicing lesson. I'm a real strong believer that practice doesn't have to be a really complex piece of repertoire. Sometimes some of the best things you can do to practice music are really simple. So for this, for instance, practicing a straight 8, what you could do is not worry about chords at all and just practice getting a really nice kind of consistent strum. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And then just see if you can speed it up. And you can practice like this without even having any music to follow, without even thinking about chords. One of my favourite recommendations is to actually get you guys to play along to your favourite music just with the rhythm. So, for instance, I might put on a record, I might do something slow by the Beatles, something in the way she moves. And I'll play along by strumming and chucking, just by putting my fingers here, just to practice the rhythm of that piece. I might try something else like really crazy, like Smoke on the Water. Bum, bum, bam, bum, 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 bam, bum, bam. Or I could practice this one. Dun, 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 dun. And you can actually put on a record in the background or the radio and just play along. It's a great way to practice, get that motor going first. The last tip is just quite simply to think of it almost like a loop. What you want to do is practice these strums enough that you don't have to think about it. If you're thinking about ups and downs, you're going to get tense and it's not going to feel natural. So try and practice them enough that they just feel like second nature. If you can have a conversation with someone at the same time as doing them, that's a really good thing to do. All right. Now, this one, what we're going to do is slightly different things in different parts of the song. I'll show you what we're going to do for most of it, which is just this down strum. Like so. Try playing with the C and the G. Okay. Now, again, as I've mentioned recently, if you're doing all down strums, we can add an extra up strum really easily. If I show you in slow motion, down, 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 down. Because this hand has got to come up, I can touch the strings on the way up as well as the way down. So I could go down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So the speed of my hand doesn't change at all. If I try that a bit faster. I know that some of you love counting when we do this, so the way I like to count it is I will say 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 E and a 2 E and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 E and a 2 E and a. See that count? Or you could do walk, 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 running, 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 walk, 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 running, 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 running. Now, if you put that together with those chords to the intro, it sounds really cool. Remember, all I'm doing is touching on the way up when I go to the G. Walk, 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 running, 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 walk, 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 running. Really cool, right? Now, of course, remember you can practice that just by chucking. Walk, 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 running, 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 running. And remember all of those good things that we've learned about keeping the wrist straight as well. One of my favourite tricks that I do when I strum, and a lot of people ask me about this, and it's quite hard to kind of explain because it's quite a subtle thing. But what I'll often do is when I go to a chord, I'll go purposefully late, almost like a hammer-on. And to practice this, I'll show you what I mean so you can hear it first. Did you notice if you pay really close attention, there's a chord in there where I'm actually not touching any strings? Like that. Where I'm strumming up and then I'm putting my fingers down for the G chord. See it? Okay. Really exaggerating it there. You don't want to do it that much exaggerated, but you'll notice. And basically all it is, it's our strum pattern. But what I do is I just go slightly late, purposefully, to put my fingers on a G chord. Give it a go. So rather than this, we're going to go slightly late. Right hand keeps doing what it's doing, but just go slightly late to that G. Isn't that cool? And again, you can use that for loads of songs. It really just smooths everything out, which is really, really nice. So that's the strum pattern that we're going to do on most of the song. We're going to do it on the verses here. We'll do it on the bridge. We'll do it even on the chorus. This pre-chorus is slightly different. In the original, it's got some real crunching guitars, and it's got like loads and loads of impact. Sorry, I think I'm talking so fast tonight. I'm wearing myself out and I need a cup of coffee. Sorry, won't be a sec. So professional. Sorry, guys. Okay, so what we're going to do to make this pre-chorus different is we're going to simplify it. We're just going to do all down strums, but we're going to hit them fairly hard. It will look like this. So literally all I'm doing is I'm not adding a single up strum, just all down strums. I'm pushing quite hard as I strum down. No worries, Victoria. C, G, A minor and F, C, G, A minor and F. Now if we put that together with the lyrics, you'll notice it creates this real kind of pulse. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. When I was down, came to me and promised you'd always be by my side. Now you're gone and I'm waiting patiently. Jamie, I want you to know. And then that takes to the chorus. All right, so, and then we're back to our normal strum basically. Now I just realised, I'm so annoyed with myself, I just realised that on each of these pre-choruses, I think I might have missed out a chord. Let's see, just check it's on all of them. Yeah. Can you see second kind of paragraph down, the bottom line where it goes, Jamie, I want you to know. There should be another C. There should be another G between the C and the A minor. I'll show you what I mean. I'll get the sheets corrected and put them up again just so you don't have to squiggle it in there. But it's the bottom line is pre-chorus. Should go C, G, C. Should be another G there before it goes to A minor and F. So it'll go, Jamie, I want you to know. And then we go to the chorus. Sorry about that. That's just my mistake. I must have missed that when I was creating the song sheets. I type all these out by hand because it takes me ages to work out exactly where to put the chords. So sometimes I miss things. Yeah, that's it basically, and that's the song as it goes. Let me just play a verse, a pre-chorus and a chorus so you can see how it goes, and then I'll show you a little bit about soloing and then we'll crack on and try it. Okay, so let's just try doing a little bit from the start. We'll go over the intro. 1, 2, 3, 4. What you doing now? What you doing now, girl? Please, please tell me, 'cause I need to know. I need to know now. Pre-chorus. When I was down, came to me and promised you'd always be by my side. Now you're gone and I'm waiting patiently. I do like a pop rock song with ooze in it. It all goes back to the Beatles, doesn't it? Right, fantastic. We're almost there. Now I'm just going to show you a neat little trick for soloing if you want to have a go at this. The soloing only happens really over this little tiny section here of C to G, which is basically what we play in the verses and the intro. We just go between C and G again and again. And just ever so quickly, just remember that when we're playing a verse, don't try and fit where that C and G fits in with the lyrics. Just think I'm just going to keep going between those chords over and over. Okay, but because there's songs in the key of C, we can use that classic A minor pentatonic, C major pentatonic, and it will sound really, really sweet. Oh, I don't think I've put a diagram in, but I'll show it to you. It's really, really easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, so the C major pentatonic, there's a couple of ways you can play it. You can either do just your C major scale, but we're going to miss out two notes, this F note and this B note, because they clash with certain chords. Now, recently we have been expanding to the full major scale, but for this one, let's keep it to the pentatonic, because it's what happens in the original. So we're going to play open C, 2nd fret for D, open E, 3rd fret for G, open A, 3rd fret for C. So this one's nice and easy to remember. We've got C, D, E, G, A, C. But even easier, just think of it as 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 3. Okay. Now if you piece that together with our other trick where we can do the same notes on the A string, remember that we can play open A. We can put our finger down the 3rd fret for a C, 5th fret for E, D, I can't count, 7th fret for E, 10th fret for G, 12th fret for A, and you can even go to this C up here if you want. So that's the same pentatonic scale, but notice it's all the dots, right? And you can also hit the dots on the E string. Just remember, if you can, to go to the 8th fret on that one. We just miss out this stop. But otherwise you can play all the dots again. And of course, you can pair it. You can kind of put it together with that scale as well. If I play a little bit of music in the background, if I can get it to work. I always say that because sometimes it doesn't. Let me try, and I'll do a little wee solo so you can hear how simple it can be. There we go. Fantastic. Okay, right. Cheers, Trisha. So what I'll do is I'll just play a backing track, literally just a C and G chord, and I'll have a noodle around, and then I'll be your backing track, and you can have a go as well. Maybe even just fewer notes. Remember, it's only a very, very short solo, so you don't want to put too much in there, and you won't have time anyway. So let me be your backing track. I'll just go between C and G and see if you can have a practice those pentatonic notes. Just have a noodle away, as we call it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit those dots on your A string and really enjoy it. Try the C major pentatonic in first pattern. Cool, huh? So it's really nice that you can just hit those dots and it still sounds so effective. It's a neat little musical trick, which I really, really love. Trisha was just asking about the strum pattern, which is absolutely fine. So I kind of think of it. Let's think of it as walks and runnings. So the way I would think about this is just downs, walk, 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 and then for the rest of it, try runnings, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So walk, 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 running, 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 walk, 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 running, 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 down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now, what I do to really emphasise the chord that I was hammering onto, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but if you want to make it sound exactly like mine, what I do is I leave the up off the fourth down, 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 up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. See how I get two ups in a row? Walk, 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 and running. Walk, 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 and. Thanks, Karen. Gotcha. Okay. No, it doesn't have to be exactly the same as mine as well. As long as you've got that kind of mix of the straight eights and a few up strums in there to thicken it up, that will sound really, really fantastic. See what sounds right to you. The important thing is just know on the pre-chorus, just down strums. Okay. Everywhere else you can kind of experiment a little bit and bring it up. Let's give it a go. Come on, guys. Let's give it a go. I'll put it onto this sheet so you can see where we are, and let's give it a try. Yeah, you've got it, Tricia. Like an alternated. Yeah, it's like I do one bit and then the opposite. It kind of makes it more interesting, doesn't it? Okay. All right then. And now you've got to sing your oohs along with me as well. Ooh. If you're feeling brave on the C to G bits, you'll see what I mean if you listen to the original. Okay, let's have fun, and then well, I'll see how you got on afterwards. So come in after 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Ooh, Jamie. I can do that again because I mucked that up. 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Ooh. What you doing now? What you doing now, girl? Please, please tell me, 'cause I need to know. I need to know now. When I was down, you came to me and I'm so glad I am yours, you are mine. Show me where and I will sign. When I was down, came to me and promised you'd always be by my side. Now you're gone and I'm waiting, waiting, Jamie. Jamie, I'm so glad you're mine. We'll be together a long time. Jamie, believe me, I won't let you down. You are the best lawyer in town. Sometimes it seems you're not with me. It hurts me so much. It hurts me so much. Sometimes it seems you're not with me. It hurts me so much. It hurts me so much. I love you so much. I love you so. Isn't that great? Such a cool song. I love playing that one. Let me just answer this question. I think might just have one more go at that, just to play for it because it's so enjoyable. So how to build a pentatonic scale. Enjoyed the C pentatonic with your backing track just now. What was the G? So pentatonic scale, basically what you do is you take a major scale such as C, D, E, F, G, A, B and C. Okay, so that's your normal major scale. So for numbers, that's off, 2, off, 1, 3, off, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and back to the start. Well, what we do in a pentatonic is we take out the 4th scale degree. 1, 2, 3, 4, this F. We don't play it. And also the 7th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one there. The reason being that when you hit these notes, they often clash with some of the chords. So just to show you, if you strum a C chord like this, just keep strumming it, and I play this B note, notice it'll sound really nasty. Give it a try. And what's happening is, it's because our ears don't like the sound of two notes next to each other, this B and this C. It confuses our ears. So what we do for the pentatonic scale is we just leave that one out. And the same with this F, it clashes on any chord that has an E in it, like E minor, or even a C has an E in it. So we leave this one out for the same reason, basically. So that gives us C, D, E, no F, G, A, no B, and back to C. And notice that gives us this shape. Off 2, off 3, off 3. Well, what we can do is we can take that up the fretboard. If you imagine, rather than playing off, we put our finger behind the nut like this. Can you see how that creates a shape? And that shape you can take up the fretboard. If I do that shape starting from D here, that gives me the D major pentatonic. If I start it from here, which is an F note, that's an F major pentatonic. And right up here at 7th gives us the G major pentatonic. Isn't that neat? So that's a real kind of a cool thing that you can do in terms of finding those pentatonics. You can move them up and down. Next week we're playing some songs in the key of G, so we'll practice that G major pentatonic up the fretboard. If you wanted to practice it in the meantime, if you watch back last week's pentatonic, last week's Kanikapila even, you can practice the G major because we used it there. And quite right, that's the sound of my girl. So if you play that pentatonic one note at a time, have a listen to this. It's the My Girl riff. In fact, next week we're going to look at a song which uses a G major pentatonic backwards. That happens within a song, believe it or not. We're going to have a look at that. So quite often these scales are used really literally. Let's just play this, Jamie, one more time through because I really enjoyed that. I hope you don't mind, and then we'll have a look at our next song, and I'll show you a neat little riff that we're going to use. But one more time, folks. Let's give it a go from the top. Okay, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Want to join me for some moves? We'll be together a thanks for indulging me and let me play that twice, guys. Let me know how you got on with that. I figured I could probably play it better if I did it a second time and let that be a lesson. I was like, we're gonna get it right. So yeah, it's good to redo, wasn't it? And a brilliant song. And who'd have thought that you get a kind of indie rock song written in kind of tribute to a lawyer. So, and this next one by Belle and Sebastian takes that even further, which you'll see it actually uses proper lawyer talk, which is always quite funny. I don't know. So just before I do, just a quick reminder about a couple of things coming up. Do join me this Wednesday if you can. Where I've got a Campanella ukulele special. So we're going to look at a kind of an old song that I wrote called Pale Pale Moon. And it uses these, in fact, it uses a lot of pentatonic notes itself. And we'll look at harmonics, these lovely ringing notes. And we'll look at the way each of these strings kind of rings into the next one. See how you almost get that bell-like sound. So we'll look at that in detail. You can use a low G or a high G uke for this. And in fact, I actually have them tabbed out separately. So you can use both. If you do have both types, I recommend a high G for this one. I think it will sound really nice with Campanella stuff. So yeah, it should be fun. Brilliant. I'm hoping to get a few videos this Saturday. I'm going down to Southern Ukulele Store for our Ukulele takeover. So me and Phil Dolman, we're going to get together and we're going to teach some workshops, and we're going to have some performances also with Alex Betts and Phil from Southern Ukulele Store as well. So it's going to be a really great event. Hopefully I'll see some of you down there. I'm really excited. It has sold out, so I'll try and take some videos. Might even come back with a new ukulele, who knows. Just a reminder, we've also got it's not too long until our May adventure. So you might have seen some of the videos me, Percy and Matt have been doing backwards and forwards, some fun stuff to promote this one. There's still some places left apparently. So if you'd like to come and join me in Spain for some sun, sangria, ukulele, it's going to be absolutely brilliant. It's a beautiful place, Galcine. I absolutely loved it. I'll take you on a butterfly trail, because I now know the best places to go and look for butterflies up there. So if you kind of want a last minute trip, well, I suppose it's still a couple of months away, so you've got time to think about it. Do come along if you can. It's going to be loads and loads of fun. And then just let you know, next week we've got another Kanikapila and we're doing sunshiny songs. So we've got another Belle and Sebastian track, but we've also got an absolute classic. We're going to look at Here Comes the Sun by George Harrison, well, the Beatles. So it's going to be absolutely fantastic. So really looking forward to that one as well. It should be great. So let's bring our sheets up as well. Oh, Jenny's just saying that was nice. One I've not heard, so thanks for the extra education. Thanks, Jenny. I always try and get some of these esoteric ones in. Some weeks I go a bit mad and they're all quite esoteric, but thanks, Trisha. But sometimes it's nice to drop them in there for sure. Oh, and Harry says it's only 320 days to the cruise. Not that we're counting down, right? We had such an amazing time on the last one. It was fantastic, wasn't it? There's still places available on this. Remember, we've got single cabins this year as well. So if you're on your own and you don't want to share and you're not able to pay for an entire, double room, which would make sense, you can get a single room now, which is really exciting. If you do have a partner or a friend, you can book a double one as well. So really exciting, brilliant excursions, brilliant islands. Come and see us. So Karen's asking, where's the counter, Harry? Maybe we should start down from 100. Let's start from 100. I think that would be good. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to tell you about. Do stick around at the end if you've got any questions. We're going to have a look at our next song in just a moment. Just wanted to tell you as well, today I got really into the Kanikapila sheets and I'm really excited. Next week I'm going to start putting coloured boxes on these. You know, I did a video a little while ago about kind of synesthesia where people see colours. Well, I don't have synesthesia, but I think in terms of colours. So certain chords kind of evoke a certain colour to me. And I realised that if you colour code the Kanikapila sheets, it makes it much easier to see the chord progressions. And you really kind of, just by looking at it at a glance, you get a feel for where songs are going. It's really powerful. And I thought about it really long and hard today, which colours to use. So I've used like bright primary colours for like the major chords, and then kind of subtle darker colours for the minor chords. And it works so well. I was trying it out today on some songs. So starting next week, I'm going to have that. And I've produced a whole crib sheet which explains about all the chord personalities, how to create the 3-part and 4-part chords, and also the fancy pants musical names as well, like the tonic and the submedian and the dominant and all that stuff. But most important thing is the personalities, so that I'm really excited about that. I'm going to include that in the sheets next week, so do check that out. Should be good. So fantastic. Okay. Yeah. Let's have a look at the next song. Well, the next song in terms of the chords is possibly one of the easiest we've ever done, because it's basically 2 chords again and again, which is really, really nice. Karen, I did think about that. Karen's just saying with the colour boxes, it might be hard to see the printing, but I think I've got colours where it works. It will take up a bit more printing colour if you do it in black and white, but I figure a lot of people are using their on-screen devices now anyway. So, and it's really effective. Honestly, once you see it, you'll be like, I found it amazing. So yeah, I guess we could always do a different version, what version of each or something, but we'll see how it goes. So this song is in the key of G. Oh, we've got one in the key of G today. I forgot. I thought they're both in C. So this one's in the key of G, and it has 2 unusual chords in it. I'll show you what I mean. So normally when we play in the key of G, there's our G major. You would expect the chords that come up to be maybe the 1, 4, 5 chords. So in the key of G, that would be G, A, B, C, and D. G, C, and D. We'll take a look at the song. There's no 5 chord at all. Really unusual, right? That 5 chord nearly appears in every song because it creates tension and makes you want to go back to the start. Like in Vivaldi's Spring 4 Seasons, not Mozart. You hear it all the time. I'll show you what I mean by that ever so quickly. So, so if I just play C and G7, the chords to the spring movement in 4 Seasons is just C, G7, da 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 da, so on and so forth. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you that. So even in classical music, you get those 1 and 5 chords coming up, but no 5 chord in this one. And we have something unusual here as well. We have an F chord. Remember how in every key there's a certain amount of sharps and flats? Well, the key of G should have 1 sharp, and it should be the F sharp. Okay, so G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp. There are ways to remember which keys have however many sharps and flats and stuff, but just for now, know that G has an F sharp in it. So why is there an F? Well, this chord is often what we refer to as the 4 of the 4. And regular Kanikapilarists, if that's a word, will have heard me talk about this before. Quite often we get chords that are pulled from another key that work really well, and they serve a particular function. And this one we call the 4 of the 4 chord. Well, what does that mean? Well, just physically, if we think about what chord is the 4 chord in the key of G first. G, A, B, C. So C is the 4th chord in the key of G. Well, if we count up from C, C, D, E, F. Do you see how F is 4 above C? So we call it the 4 of the 4 because in the key of G, G, A, B, C, C is the 4 chord, and F, C, D, E, F is 4 above that. So the 4 of the 4. Basically, you can use it as like a substitute for the 4 chord, and it has a kind of grittier sound. You get it in a lot of indie music. Bands like Weezer actually do use it a lot, not in the last song, but they do. Bands like Velvet Underground use this chord a lot. Has a slightly grittier feel. And in this song, it works beautifully because it goes to the 1 chord, to the G. It has that kind of resolution to that. Okay. And that's basically it. There's another little bit in the bridge in terms of the chords where we go kind of in the other direction. We've got G, then we go the other direction to the F coming down. We go to the C chord. That works beautifully because that is 5 above the F. And then the C7. That makes us really want to go to an F. C7, because it's 5 above F, really leads us back to the F, okay? So the bridge, G, F, C, C7, and then we go back. Most of you will probably be soloing at that point anyway, so you don't even have to really worry about that. But notice, all the verses are literally a G chord played over and over and over. L-O-V-E, love, it's coming back, it's coming back. L-O-V-E, love, it's coming back, it's coming back. Literally just that over and over. And the verses, oh sorry, that was the chorus. The verses just go F to G. Refer to our discussions, confirm the terms of our love affair. Exercise all options, me and you for da-da. So on and so forth, right? So that's really, really easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let me just show you that the solo bit, which is just down here. We just keep that fast rhythm, which I'll teach you in a minute, going, and we go G, F, C, C7, and then we hit a G. Okay. So that's the solo bit, really easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's basically the whole song. So let's have a look at this this rhythm, see if we can get a really nice rhythm going. Remember everything that we learn on the next sheet. So think about small movements, not a big strum, small movements. Try and use more than one finger when you're strumming down, so not just the one. Stay as loose as possible. Try not to really firm up because that'll introduce tension. Keep it really light. Use all down so gravity helps you. Don't feel you've got to hit every string. You can concentrate that strum on the top 2 or 3 strings. Okay. And then practice getting into the groove with that, as we mentioned on the next sheet. Okay, so you're just going to practice that motor first. So what we can do is let's just look at a simple pattern that will work on this. So we're going to start with our walks, our down strums. Walk, 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 down, 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 down. Just get into a groove with me, just on that simple. Okay, now if we think about all of those as walks, what we're going to do next is we're going to add a running in there. Walk, 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 running, walk. Walk, 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 running, walk. Down, 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 down. And remember, you don't have to be exact with this. This is just what I like to strum on this. But you can put your own in. As long as you're keeping those down strums going, that's absolutely fine. Now you could just do that over and over. Walk, 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 running, walk. Just adding that little running in. But if you want to make it sound really cool, one of my favourite things to do after that is to do loads of runnings, just like we did in the last one. So we'll do a quick just up and down non-stop. Okay, I like to start with an up. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. I'm running, 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 running. I'm running, 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 running. If I put those together, watch this. Down, down, sorry. Walk, walk, walk. And then I'm going to hit my first running. And then I'm going to fit. I'm running, running, running. Walk, 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 running, walk. I'm running, running, running. Walk, 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 running, walk. I'm running, running, running. 1, 2, 3, and a 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, 8. Okay, so you can get that really nice rhythm going on this one. You could do that. You could do just, as I say, just. That will sound great as well. That's literally just walk, 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 running, 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 down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up, walk. Okay, either of those will be really fun. Now what you want to do is we'll practice this with a mute. Start slow and then build up the speed. See if we can go a bit faster. That's basically what we've got to do, but just on a G chord. Notice it creates this like, almost like, it's almost like the strum has all this overtones in it because we're strumming so fast. Sounds absolutely terrific. So see if you can get that really super fast strumming going on this one. It'll sound terrific, honestly. Let me just play a couple of choruses so you can hear it. L-O-V-E, love, it's coming back, it's coming back. L-O-V-E, love, it's coming back, it's coming back. Okay, just like that, over and over. See if you can get really, really fast. Now this one I went a little bit wild on. Wait until you see next week. I've gone mad with the tab for next week, but it's a really, really fun one and really accessible, I promise. If you want to do this one, we've got this really cool riff which is here. It's actually in 2 places. It's on the main sheet as well, or it's at the end of your kind of helpful sheets at the back as well. There we go, pop it there. So this one, it's basically just going up through the G scale starting at G. So the start of it, we just hit G at the 3rd fret here, E string. Then we hit it again, and then we hit 1, 3 on the A string. So that's G, G, B flat, C, 3, 3, 1, 3. Try it with me. 2, 3, 4. Notice we got a longer note at start. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay. And then you're going to reach up with your little finger to the 5th fret. Okay. Try that a few times. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Lovely. Now at this point, when I go up to the next bit, I hit that 5 one more time, and then I reset my hand. I put my 1st finger on the 8th fret up here. You'll see it. You'll see your 12th fret has 2 dots on most ukes, and a 10th has a gap of 2 in front of it. It's this one here. Okay. That's an F note. We're going up to this high F note. And then we're going to go from there. We're going to go to 10. Up here. 13 if you've got it. Some ukes only have 12th fret. So 13th. Back to 10. Back to 8. And then drop back to 5. It looks really tricky, but actually once you get the hang of it, watch my fingers. Can you see how they just work their way up? And I keep them on and peel them off one at a time. Okay, so that will sound like this. Remember, you don't have to do this riff, it just sounds super cool. So if we put those two together, I'll play it once so you can hear it. Sorry, I forgot to play the 5 twice. It's really cool, isn't it? Now, if it takes a bit of practice, I might mess this up anyway. You can always watch the repeat of this and you can slow it down, take your time and really work on it. But it's a lovely riff to have. And it just goes over this G chord. L-O-V-E, love, it's coming fast, it's coming. It's the same as the vocal melody, which is really, really lovely. I'll see if I can do it with a backing track, just so you can have a listen. Let me see if I can do it. I did record a backing track earlier. Probably the easiest backing track I ever did because it's just the same chord over and over. Here we go. Just pull that back. Cool. So have a little go at that when we're on the G progressions, if you like. It just sounds really cool. In the original, I think it's played on a sitar unusually, which is kind of fascinating. This song was a single. And it was quite a shock for a lot of Belle and Sebastian fans because they're known for being kind of relatively twee, kind of quite gentle songs, quite acousticy. And then suddenly this song came from nowhere and it had this heavy sitar and guitars and stuff on it. And it was their first Top of the Pops appearance. You can still follow the link in the fascinating facts in the back and watch it. Apparently, afterwards, they broke away from the set from Top of the Pops and they made their way to the EastEnders set. And they got found there by a security guard and got told off, which is kind of good fun as well. So that's your little riff if you want to have a go at it. We've also got, there's also a little bit of a solo here as well, which goes G, F, C, C7, as we looked at earlier. I haven't got this tabbed out, but if you want to, you can try that G major pentatonic shape, which starts at the G note at the 7th fret of the E string here. Goes up here to 9, 7, 10, 7, 10. In fact, you can hear the second part of the riff in there. Okay. Another way of playing those notes. So that's quite cool, isn't it? So you can have a little noodle around with that one. And this is all in your scale reference sheets, which you can download separately. You can also do 4, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7. Same notes, just lower down for the E minor pentatonic. And that just works over that little solo section. Let me just have a little noodle so you can hear it. Oh, that's the same bit I was just playing, sorry. So you can have a little noodle there if you want to, which is really nice. Isn't it a cool riff, Karen? Yeah, really sweet, isn't it? It's got like a real kind of like minor quality to it, which I really love. One last thing, and then we'll crack on and we'll play our last song. Can you see under this verse, the last verse, it says NC? What we're going to do is we're going to keep strumming, but we're actually going to mute the strings of our hand like this. So you could just do down strums. You could add the up strums. You could even keep it to basic 1, 2, 3, 4, and you'll get a nice texture against what I'm doing, which would be kind of a bit thicker, thicker and faster. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it, Pam? So this is just coming out of the solo here, and it just kind of creates this really nice kind of like rhythm. I think they hit bongos in the original. It sounds really cool. I'll show you what I mean. I'll come out of the solo. We just keep doing this. You're the legal man, you've got to prove that you're no liar. I'll render services that you may reasonably require. Then we're back to L-O-V-E, love. It's really cool, isn't it? I just love the way that sounds. Really effective, simple chuck to kind of create a rhythm. Just goes to show it's really nice on the uke. We don't always have to play chords. Should we give it a go then? Have a try that riff if you want. It comes in basically whenever I'm on these long G chords. You could do it on the interlude, you could do it on the intro, you could do it on the chorus, you could do it on the outro. Just have loads of fun with this one, and remember that it's mostly just G and F. Just have fun. Okay, hope you've enjoyed that tonight. I'll stick around to see if there's any questions or anything at the end. I'm always happy to take your questions, anything uke related whatsoever. Okay, let's go for it. Last song tonight. Remember everything I've taught you about staying loose and strumming from the elbow and not big movements. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come in after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Refer to our discussions, confirm the terms of our love affair. I exercise all options, and I know I'll see you there. Ba 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 ba. Notwithstanding provisions of clauses 1, 2, 3, and 4, extend contractual period, me and you forevermore. So now, G, F, C, C7. Now we go a cappella. Legal man, you've got to prove that you're no you may reasonably require. LVE love, it's coming back, it's coming back. LVE love, it's coming back, it's coming back. Get out of the city and into the sunshine. Get out of the office and into the springtime. Get out of the city and into the sunshine. Get out of the office and into the springtime. Get out of the city and into the sunshine. Get out of the office and into the springtime. Get out of the city and into the sunshine. Get out of the office and into the springtime. Oh, that's a fun song. I tell you what, I was working up a bit of a sweat then, so yeah, it's kind of like a workout as much as a ukulele song, isn't it, that one? My goodness, but loads of fun, right? I particularly love the kind of the a cappella bit. I think it just sounds great with those kind of chucks on the ukulele. Loads of fun. Let us know how you got on with that one, folks. Isn't it really cool how you can have a really cool song just with basically 2 chords? I know there's a couple of extras that come in down here, but not much more, is it? So yeah, thanks Trisha, thank you guys. Sorry it's a little bit esoteric tonight. I do normally, when I do like an indie song that no one's heard of, I try and only do one of them, but I went a bit mad tonight, didn't I? So we've got a classic next week in Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles, as well as a bit of an indie one. So it'll be a bit more back to normal next week. I think I went a bit mad this week, but hopefully you got some usage out of that. And remember that all of these techniques, me too, Jenny. Remember that all of these techniques you can apply to other songs. So really, it's not how you played that song, it's how you kind of take on and remember those techniques. So keeping loose, strumming from the elbow, imagine just shaking water off your hands, use more than one finger when you're strumming, small movements, don't feel you have to hit all the strings, and just practice getting into a groove before you put it into the song. And then you can use that on all sorts of songs. It'll be a really key skill to have, which is gonna be cool. Thanks Harry, thanks Karen, thanks Charlene, no worries. Yeah, don't worry Karen, it takes a bit of practice. You can kind of find that as soon as you tense up, it's really hard, isn't it? So you kind of really need to practice slowly and then just build up your speed gradually, so you don't kind of overthink it. Also, I think get into a rhythm. Don't worry about ups and downs. Just think, am I just on a walk, or am I on a running? So a good thing to do. So yeah. I think I've worn everyone out tonight. Yeah, I tend to do quite slow songs, don't I? A lot of the time, so it's quite fun to get you all going. Maybe we've invented a new genre. Maybe I could do like ukulele exercise. That's kind of quite a good idea, isn't it? Thanks, Jill. Love the pentatonics. That's great. That's fantastic. Well, we're going to work on those major scales even more next week. We're going to go into a lot of detail about the major scales, which should be good. Yeah. Thanks, Jenny. Thank you. Yeah, and Karen, remember, half speed's great as long as you're not doing 2/3 speed, right? Absolutely. Why not? Just bring it down, and then when you're ready, double it up. Absolutely. Just a reminder, I am back next week, and I'm really excited actually, because we've got another Belle and Sebastian song. Really different, this one, a bit more relaxed, you'll be glad to hear. But also we're going to do Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles, an absolute classic. We're going to do a simple version, but if you enjoy it, there is a version on my website of all the kind of picking. I'm trying to remember it. So if you like the kind of riff style stuff, I do have that as an introduction. But if you really get into this, there is a lesson with the entire thing tabbed out and chord melody style. But next week we're going to do the little introduction, and then we're going to strum it. Little darling, it's been a long, long, lonely winter. And if you needed a bit of relaxing after this week, look how simple this one is. Little darling, it's been a long, long, lonely winter. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. It's really, really simple, really, really gentle, which is lovely, and an absolutely beautiful one to play. Actually, I love playing this one on ukulele. I used to suspect that he wrote it on ukulele because it works so well, but apparently he wrote it on Eric Clapton's acoustic guitar, sat in his garden, kind of relaxing with the spring sunshine. So there you go. So brilliant. Yeah, exactly. Fantastic, fantastic. Okay then, guys. Well, I'm going to love you and leave you. I'll see you again on Monday, or join me this Wednesday if you can for our next live lesson. It'd be lovely to see a load of you there. We're going to go really slowly and really work on our campanella, which is going to be great. The week after next, just in case you wanted to put it in your diaries, so the first week of April, I'm going to be away teaching at Sore Fingers down in Buckinghamshire. So I will be away for Kanikapila that week, but I'll be back the week after. So I am here next week, and then we're off for a week, and then we're back to it. All right, just so everyone knows. Really looking forward to that. It's going to be great fun teaching bluegrass, and I'll be meeting some of you there, which is going to be fantastic as well. Loads and loads of fun. So yeah, so that's going to be the week after next. But yeah, back to normal after that, which would be fantastic. If you're ever not sure, just check out the Karen does a brilliant calendar on our Facebook group, where you can find all the details of everything that's coming up and when we've got a break. Yay! Thanks, Karen. Good to hear it. Just a reminder, if anyone's feeling super, super generous, I've got a tip jar, which is on the comments and in the description as well. And if you enjoyed these, remember I've got all the Kanikapilas going back years archived on the website. Just go to the website, click live, and go down to Kanikapila Mondays, and there's literally hundreds of these. Likewise, you can watch the replay of this one and really practice those solos and stuff, which is going to be fantastic. So, thanks, Pam. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, the Beatles weekend, Trisha. I'm still working on that. I'm still waiting to hear back from Pesky Tour Guides. So as soon as I've got any information on that, I will let you know. But yeah, it will definitely be a goer, but I just don't know when yet. It depends on their availability up there in Liverpool. But yeah, hopefully. Yay, Pam! It's going to be fantastic. Going to be a whole heap of fun. Yeah. You might have noticed I've been doing lots of work on the ukulele festival stuff as well. We had a bit of a nightmare because we sent the tickets out and we got the quantities wrong. Basically, we deleted a couple of lines out of the spreadsheet and it moved everything down, so we got some wrong tickets going out. So if you've got tickets for the festival, the Ukulele Festival of Great Britain this summer, and you only received one instead of two, don't panic. It's been resolved and they're literally in the post on their way to you. International peeps, they were posted this week as well. So if you're waiting on them, they'll be with you soon, but it's all sorted now. So many exciting things planned for this summer. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And then next summer at the Ukulele Festival, we've got a Hawaiian takeover, which is going to be mad and amazing. Some of your favourite artists coming over from Hawaii, so that's going to be absolutely fantastic as well. On that, don't forget to look up Kalei's Fund as well. If you go to Sarah and Craig's Facebook or Kalei Guy Mal's Facebook, you can help raise some funds for those affected by the flooding in Hawaii. I think it's really, really important to kind of help them out in their time of crisis. Okay, right, I shall love you and leave you. See you on Wednesday or next Monday. Take care and happy uking. Cheers, everyone. Bye.